Mills CNC Automation have been supplying the Doosan Cobot since 2018, very successfully as well, Peter, as we know from speaking to you in the past and today. What are we seeing here? What's this that you're showcasing here this week?
So we're showcasing here one of our A series, the entry-level Cobot, and we've matched that up with the vision system. So we're showing that your Cobot, you can give your Cobot eyes, in effect. What that's going to mean for you is that in a production environment, you can identify parts that may be in a random setup, using the vision, and you can direct the Cobot to those parts to pick that up. What does that mean? You don't need to have someone sorting the parts into a regular pattern before they go into the process.
When we sometimes see automation solutions with tray systems and
that's right.
Pins where you put parts, you don't need that here, is what we're saying. It
exactly,
negates the
that's
need
it.
for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's walk through what the bits of hardware are and how they work.
So up there you've got a vision scan. It's an area scan camera that's looking down and looking at the cubes that you can see there in the tray.
What sort of area would that cover?
If you look at that, that's about an A4 area at the moment on this particular one, but they can be changed. It depends on the optics. You can go very large, very small. It's very flexible from that point of view. And then we're seeing that the vacuum end effector is picking that cube because the camera is giving the coordinates to the Cobot. It's picking up that particular part, and then it's sorting it in this one into, this is our little tricky thing, we call it our randomizer. Okay. So this is just to show that you can pick the parts up, drop them in, and they're never going to come and stay in the same position every time. They're going to be always in a different position.
And I suppose even though you're using a small Cobot here, that's not the only Cobot you could apply this to.
No.
You know, you've got 10 models within the range,
in the range, yeah.
It could be any of those. Just give us then a flavour of where you have put one of these and where it could apply in industry.
Well, we've used this for vision inspection. So one of them, we're actually inspecting the bores on cylinders on an engine. So you might say, well, that's a lot about the vision side, but we're using the Cobot there because it's consistent and it moves a camera to the same place every time. It also is quite revolutionary now because in the past, when you're using traditional vision, you've got to have a camera in a position to do each inspection operations. If you mount a camera on the end of the Cobot moves to those positions, so you reduce the number of cameras, reduce the cost of the station, and give you significantly more flexibility and reconfigurability of an inspection station.
And do I have to be really clever to be able to program this, to get it going? What I see here, it's very clever in itself, but is it simple to get to grips with?
You've got it. It's very clever in itself, but the interface is very simple. That's the beauty of the collaborative robot, giving accessibility to people to be able to simply program up what they might perceive to be complex operations. You can hand guide the Cobot, you can program it through the pendant. Very simple, intuitive.